Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of the Young Voices Forum. I hope your day is going as great as mine is. So today we are talking about an interesting topic. I am going to have a discussion with an amazing young man, and our discussion is going to be centered on promoting crafts through the use of innovative ideas. So I have with me a young man who has been all over the place, been there, done a little bit of everything, dabble in a lot of fields, a jack of all trades and master of some. And he's Arafat, and we will just be discussing promoting crafts through the use of innovative ideas. If you just joined us, you can also share so that other people can have access to this discussion. And you can also leave your questions, your comments, and contributions in the comments section. Welcome, Arafat.
Thank you, Rahel.
Are you good?
Well, I was a bit down, but when I walked into this studio, a thing or two happened and lightened up my mood. So yeah, I'm good.
You know, I would have asked you to share, but I think that we'll save that for the last as to
that would be great.
Yeah, I would want the audience to love too. Welcome once again, Arafat.
Thank you.
Okay, so to jump straight into our discussion, I think that the whole COVID pandemic has put a lot of things into perspective. People are beginning to pay attention to areas where they didn't pay attention in the first place, and craftsmanship is one of the areas where people have been looking at, because as at the time that we're all indoors and everything, I think art saved a lot of lives and kept people sane.
Sure.
So I think that there is this whole attention in the craftsmanship area now. So when we say craftsmanship, what is craftsmanship?
Okay, so craftsmanship is broad, but for many young people do not really understand what craftsmanship is. So to bring it down to the simplest level, I would describe craftsmanship as a talent that is embedded in people, both young, adult, and old. Yeah. So everyone basically is born with special kind of talent, and that is what we term as craftsmanship. It doesn't really matter what it is. It could be a singing talent, it could be an artistic talent, it could be anything creative means craftsmanship.
Okay. Yeah. Can it be eating talent?
Oh no, of course. It's not physical.
Come on. It's not everyone that can eat. So
I mean, yes, it can't be eating because it's not physical. But then you may as well eat from it, in that you may as well make a living from it or make something out of the craftsmanship.
Okay. I'm sad.
Well,
I just told you my talent and you said it's not a talent. That's what you said.
I mean, yeah, I know. Maybe sometime last year I wouldn't have argued with you if you told me eating is your craftsmanship. But over a period of time, I doubt that.
Okay. So what opportunities exist for young people in the area of craftsmanship?
Wow, there are a lot of opportunities that exist for young people of all walks of life. So I say there are a lot of young opportunities, but then the closest I can use is the media. The media has been there, it's been built for young people, and young people are making a lot of living out of craftsmanship. I mean, we have YouTubers out there, we have Project 94, Mark Angel and all that. These are young people who are using their talent or craftsmanship to make a living. So when we talk about opportunities that are available for young people in terms of craftsmanship, we are also looking at how young people can benefit from these crafts or talents that they have. Now, with issues like that, a lot of young people, yes, we have to admit that a lot of young people have been taken advantage of, because they are basically trying every day to find ways of selling their craft. So when we are talking about these opportunities, social media, we can't ignore the fact that social media has played a very vital role when it comes to creating opportunities for young people. So let's take between the period of last 2 years to now, a lot of applications and websites have been introduced where young people use these applications and websites to sell out their craft. These applications have been built by other young people to create opportunities for these young people who want to be recognized worldwide. When we talk of apps like TikTok, we talk of apps like Likey, where people do some amazing acting rehearsals and all that. In TikTok, for instance, a young person can have more than 10 million followers following them on TikTok, and they get paid for the videos that they upload. People following their channel to watch videos and also learn from them. So these are but a few opportunities that are available for young people in terms of selling their craft. So these days a lot of young people don't anymore like follow people to try to create opportunities for them. They create the opportunities for themselves.
Okay. So how do you promote creativity and innovation in craftsmanship?
Okay, so creativity and innovation are like they move together, because as time goes on, new things come on board, and when new things come on board, we also have to adapt to them. So now you have a talent, you are good at doing something, new methods of promoting that thing has come. How then do you also adapt to the situation? This is where we also have to learn, because for many young people it's basically about the talent and the passion, but a lot of young people don't take their time to learn how to improve the craft. And improvement also go alongside with innovation. So for instance, I am a video editor. That's my line of work. I spend a lot of time in editing. I am very well recognized. Now, day in and out, there are new visual effects that have been introduced into the system.
Wait, you're a video editor?
I'm just giving an example.
Okay.
Right? For a video editor, for instance, you need to keep yourself updated, because there are new things that have been introduced. Almost every day new things keep coming up, and to stay in the game, you also need to update yourself with these new things that are coming up. So innovation and creativity, the best thing to do is follow the new trend. When young people learn new things, then it gets better for them. I mean, back in school, I had a supervisor who was a video editor, and he said for videos he has worked on, say last week, if you watch his videos he has worked on last week like this, today he feels he doesn't feel satisfied. Why? Because between the period of last week till now, a lot of new things has come up, and he has learned those new things, and he feels like, well, instead of doing this, if I had done this new thing that I have recently learned, it would have made the video much more better than it is now. But that doesn't stop him from applying those new things to his subsequent works. So it's basically about keeping ourselves updated to stay in the game.
Keeping ourselves updated to stay in the game. So if you just joined us, this is the Young Voices Forum, and we are discussing craftsmanship and innovation, and this program is an initiative of Savannah Signatures, and it is brought to you in collaboration with the Ghana SRHR Alliance, and then it's supported by Simavi, SGS, and Gabby's Beauty Palo. You can still leave your comments and questions and contributions in the comment section. But before we move on, I want to give out my first airtime, and I am giving out Vodafone. So fastest fingers, if you are watching and you use Vodafone, you can just key in the digits, and please do let me know in the comment section if you get it. So the numbers are as follows: 0661 34 26 19 74 36. I repeat, 0661 34 26 19 74 36. So if you get it, do indicate it in the comment section. So coming back, Arafat, what helps to promote creativity in craftsmanship? I am familiar with writer's block. Sometimes I have friends that write, and then they're like, oh, I'm experiencing a writer's block, I was working on this script, I was working on this thing, and then I cannot go on anymore. Or someone that dances said that, I don't know, I just can't seem to come up with new moves, that kind of thing. So I think that everyone in the creative industry is somehow experiencing some of these things. So what helps to promote creativity in craftsmanship?
Okay, so this is a very interesting question, and it will be really difficult to answer because people vary from each other. People vary, that's a fact. And the thing is that, you see, the thing with craftsmanship is that talent is often influenced by something. So for instance, you use the writer's block. For instance, a lot of writers need an inspiration to write. But there are some special writers who don't need an inspiration to write. They just need a reason to write. So for instance, they just need to make up their mind and they are good. They start to write. But there are a large number of writers, no matter how many times they make up their mind, they still can't write until the writing madness is influenced by an event or someone. Now, when we take, you also used the issue of dancers, for instance. Sometimes in craftsmanship, it becomes difficult to think straight when you have personal issues clouding your mind. When you are going through some difficulties, it's difficult to do that, to get a straight mind to think. Until you have a much more stable mind, you are relaxed, and some large amount of tension lifted up from your shoulders, then you can think straight. Then there are even artists too. That is why a lot of people said there were visual artists who used to travel, say, deep into the wildlife just to get closer to nature, and then it sparks up that creativity level in them to write, or inspire them to write. So things work differently for people for different reasons. So it is just up to you as a young person or as a talented artist to be able to figure out what actually helps you best. So for instance, when a writer has a writer's block, the best they can do is abandon the script that they are working on, because no matter how much they try, they push further to get the work done, it just can't happen. And if they don't abandon the script as at that moment, they will end up spoiling the original concept of the script by trying to fuse in unnecessary events into the story just to make up for lost time. They just have to abandon the script, find something that they get fun doing. It could be hanging out with friends, it could be watching movies, it could be playing soccer or anything, but you just have to abandon the script for a while, get something fun doing, and when your mind is relaxed, you get back on your writing desk, then you feel refreshed again. Some too just go to bed. I mean, let me take a nap. After the nap, they wake up feeling refreshed again. So these are a few ways that these talents can be influenced.
Okay, so still I'm talking about the talents. What are some of the platforms that one can learn a craft?
Okay, so the best place that I will recommend for learning craft is YouTube. YouTube tutorial videos have done a lot for young people, I mean talented people in general. YouTube tutorial videos has done a lot and is still doing a lot. So when you are trying to develop your craft as an artist, it doesn't matter what kind of talent, what kind of artistic field you want to go in, because I bet you YouTube, there are a lot of people out there helping YouTube, helping people to develop their talent through YouTube. I mean, one thing I've always wanted to do is voiceover acting. I've always wanted to do voiceover acting, and I've tried finding a voiceover coach in Tamale. I haven't found one even until now.
Okay.
I haven't. So the best thing I could do was try to follow voiceover trainers on YouTube. And I tell you, I've seen a lot of improvement in myself. I haven't just stopped at learning voiceover acting, but I've also trained myself on recording for commercials and jingle voiceover works. And yeah, it's getting better, because once in a while, I get small contracts on voiceover recordings and all that. So it's a big improvement for me, and it's a big win, even though I am still learning. So personally, I think the best place for young people to develop talent is on YouTube. For actors and musicians too, I think the TikTok and the Likey is making a lot of difference in the lives of many upcoming actors and musicians, where they are able to, put in videos of themselves, and it goes out there for a lot of people to see. I mean, you never know who is watching. These guys in Nigeria usually do this short skits on mimicking movies and all that. I think they did one on extraction.
Yes,
Netflix was so impressed that they gave them equipment to work
the
with.
Ikodu voice.
Yes, I mean these guys have shown the world that they have potential. We can all do that. You just have to start from somewhere.
Okay, so do you think that there is enough support for craftsmanship?
No. I'm not even allowing you to finish this question. No, there's not enough support. I can't even remember when craftsmanship has been getting support.
I mean, what could be the problem? Like, do you think that people feel like it's so easy or it's needless? Or I mean, I think I'm more art inclined, so I probably have a bias for art. So I would say that the world runs on art, but then in the same breath, I feel like art's craftsmanship doesn't get the needed recognition and all of that. What do you think accounts for that?
Okay, so a lot of things do, but the major ones is that one, we are still a developing country. It is now that people are beginning to recognize the importance of art. People from before didn't recognize the importance of art at all. I mean, people are afraid to invest in the creative art business. I don't know how or why people think that way, but most people always want to, invest. Fine, on a regular, nobody wants to invest in a business that he or she knows it's not going to go well. But when it comes to the creative art industry, it looks like an artist is already judged even before he is given a chance to work. An artist is already judged in so many ways. So in that case, it becomes more difficult, and people don't even see the need for sponsoring an artistic work. So in that case, even bringing in potential investors becomes very difficult. Very, very difficult. So, but now we can't say, we in the creative art world can't say it's not getting better. It is, but then the major issue is that it's not happening as quick as we would want it to. It's gradually happening, but then frustrating that it's happening in such a slow pace.
Okay, so still talking about art, do you think that people are actually paid their worth when it comes to craftsmanship? Do you think that people get paid?
I was going to respond to this question too as quick as I responded to the previous question, but let me just give you a pass. People are not paid. A lot of people are not even paid, not to talk of being paid enough. I think 3 weeks ago I saw a video on Facebook that really touched me. There's this actress in Tamale, they call her Akurukuru. You know what? She confessed on live TV that she had problems or issues with a lot of film producers, because they weren't doing the right thing. They take you out on set, sometimes to a village, and after the shoot is done, that they just bring you home and they give you like 20 CDs or 10 CDs, and they'll be like, we will see each other. And when the CDs are out, sales are being made, that does it. You don't get to see them ever again until there's another production again. And this is someone who has 2 children. She's a single mother taking care of 2 children and taking care of her mother as well. So he said it is difficult when you tell people you need financial support. They are like, but you are always on TV, you are in movies, how come you are saying that you need financial support? People don't believe that they are not paid enough.
Yeah.
And yes, even though the productions are not bringing in,
I think a lot of people just feel like visibility is enough.
And sometimes too, I blame some of us, the artists.
Yeah.
We feel like the stage or the TV or the publicity is not enough. It's enough. It's not enough. I mean, if you have a talent that you can't make a living or you can't earn something from it, then it's basically a useless talent. We are told, or we are taught as creative art people, that we should enjoy our talent. But this is the case. Everyone likes money. I like money. I don't know about, no, I know about you. You definitely like money. A lot of money. I like money too. Everyone likes money, right? But then, you see, in the creative art world, we need to understand that everything is done with time. As an artist, you need to know how to program your timing. That's why I said things work differently for people. There are some artists who have been in the system for a very long time, but still they are still struggling to make it up there. There are people who come out just today and they are already recognized worldwide. That's their luck. But as an artist, you need to know how to time yourself. There is a time for selling out your craft, building your brand, and gaining recognition. Once you've crossed that barrier, the money automatically starts coming, because whoever is coming to work with you bears clearly in mind that he or she is coming to work with you based on charges. But during the time that you are still building yourself as an artist, a lot of people will use you, and that is the time that you'll be tempted to quit.
Yeah.
So there's a common slogan with us in the creative art world where we say, quitters never win. Mm-hmm. Because for so many times you'll be tempted to quit because people don't pay you your due monies.
Yeah.
It happens to a lot of people, even people who have built a brand in the industry are still suffering from that. And that is why I'm saying that sometimes it comes from we the artists. When you are talking business with a producer or any investor, talk like a professional. The stage or the TV alone is never enough. Never. Because at the end of the day, these people will receive monies from other people, use you, and that's it. You don't get anything from it. Now imagine the lady I made reference to. I know of a production house in Tamale that produces one movie in every 2 weeks. A movie in every 2 weeks. That's quite enough. Now imagine this. This is where the issue comes in. These people sell at least 5,000 copies for a single movie. At least 5,000 copies for a single movie. Now in a month they are producing how many movies? At least they are selling 10,000 copies in a month, and they sell each copy at least 5 cedis.
Wow.
Now 5 Ghana cedis for a copy. And we both know this, they don't usually do a single movie. They do a part 1, part 2, possibly a part 3, part 4 movie. And say maybe Mr. Alasan is buying all 6 copies. Now multiply that 5 cedis by 5,000 or by 10,000. The money is there, all right, but they don't pay. They just don't pay. So if we are multiplying this 5 cedis, say by the 5,000 in 2 weeks, it's a huge sum of money.
Yeah.
But still, they have difficulty in paying actors and actresses. Spoken word artists are complaining. People take them to events and they don't pay them. The only people they get to pay maybe are the Francis Adams, the Macasios and all that. But people who are struggling to make it, it's always that difficult for them.
All right. So still on it, I'm narrowing the conversation down to Tamale. So aside that, not a lot of creatives. I mean, I think that times have changed. Like almost everyone is on social media, but then we cannot also deny the fact that there are lots of creatives too that are not tech savvy, like don't know how to use the available technological tools to promote themselves. Yeah. What should these people do?
I think these people need to find social media publishers. I mean, you can't do it, but someone else can do it for you. Even if they can't do it for you, but someone can teach you how to do it. Social media is very easy to use, but then if they still find it that difficult, because I don't want to believe everyone is the same. Yeah. As in, it's not everyone who has that quick way of adapting to things. So if you can't, then you need to find someone who will be willing to assist you, even if it means it should come at a cost. Because in other places, yes, it's not like that. We are in two different worlds, but fine. At least you still need someone who can manage your social media handles for you. So if you need to put something out there, that person is in charge of that. Right.
Okay. All right. So if you just joined us, it's the Young Voices Forum, and I am having a discussion with Arafat, and we are talking about ways by which one can promote crafts through the use of innovative ideas. You can leave your comments, your questions and contributions in the comment section if you have any. And this is also a reminder that this program is an initiative of Savannah Signatures, and it is brought to you in collaboration with the Ghana SRHR Alliance, and is supported by SMAVI, SGS, and also Gabby's Beauty Parlor. So apart from I think we have actually talked about crafts and narrowed the conversation to music, acting and all of that. We are also talking about masonry, electrical,
yes,
and then tiling. All of these are different kind of crafts too. So how do these people? What are some of the ways by which these people can also promote their works?
Right. So I'm still using social media as well, because there are a lot of, I have a couple of friends on my Facebook list. One is an electrician, like you mentioned,
yeah,
and he's always showing us what he's doing on his timeline. Even on his storylines, every day we get to see what he's doing. I have a friend who is a visual artist. He's always showing us his works on both on WhatsApp and on his Facebook and Instagram page. I have a friend who is a mason. This guy is literally not educated, but he's still making good use of both Instagram and Facebook, where day in, day out. He starts by showing us a picture of, so for instance, if he's going to start a fresh building, she shows us a picture of the land, shows us a picture of the foundation, then bit by bit to the finishing point. We get to see what this guy is doing, and that creates awareness in our minds that, okay, I know this person. So the first point of call that comes to anyone who has construction work to do is, this guy.
Yeah.
The first point of call that comes to anybody's mind when he wants an electrician is that friend I am talking about. Yes, he's called Anas. Then there's this guy too, I know him too, Hamza. This guy is a carpenter, always showing us very nice pictures of wardrobes, beds, and all that. I mean, I bought one table from him, and it's quite nice. If you like, I'm not going to say I'll buy for you, but if you are interested in one, I know you have the cash. It's not costly to. I mean, so if Hamza is watching, I'm doing a promotion for you. You may as well give me a discount the next time I come to you.
Oh, and he's going to pay me because he just advertised for him on my shows.
Madam, please. Well, yeah, so these are a few ways guys like that can also promote what they are doing. So usually they do that, attach names of prices, and then attach their phone numbers as well. So any interested person that easily calls, and business starts right from there.
Okay. Well, I think I have a question from Cecil Atokwame Nadadzi, and he's saying, I'm glad you asked about available platforms for young people to learn and hone their skills or crafts. I would also like to know if there are foundations that help with tools like camera, microphone, also funding opportunities, because it's not cheap to create dope content.
Oh, Charlie.
Wow.
Sister, I wish I could give you a white cooler. I mean, down north here, when somebody asks such a deserving question, we offer you a white cooler. But unfortunately, I'm sure you are somewhere. But if you are in Tamale, I mean, you can link up for your cooler.
Okay.
But
you can give it to me to go and give it to him. I know him.
You know him. I don't trust you.
Okay.
Anyway, well, not that I know. Not that I know. Maybe it does exist, but I'm yet to find out.
Okay.
I'm yet to find out. But I do know once in a while there are some organizations. I know Savannah Signatures is helping some particular group of young ladies into tailoring, other handiworks, crafts that they can do.
Girls' Life Choices project.
Girls' Life Choices project. And I also know one regarding, I'm not too sure about the name. It's kind of getting off my head right now, but if you know of Tamale Films and Televisions Academy, TAFTA, I know Mr. Washid is currently taking some number of young people, I think they are about 20 or 25, between 20 25, through media training, camera handling, editing, script writing, concept development, and all that. Courtesy of one organization is funding that, but I'm not too sure which organization is doing that. Yeah, so I think there are a few, very few, but it would really be lovely if a lot of people would actually
get on board,
help a lot of young people. I mean, there are a lot of gifted young people out there struggling just for someone to recognize what they can do.
Okay, so I have a few comments here I want to read. London Asamikwe says, Whoop, whoop, whoop. First time ever winning credits online. Thank you guys. Thank you very much, Londona, for acknowledging that you got the airtime. And then Sharon Isizil says, educative show. I'm enjoying this great interview. Thank you very much, Sharon. And then Husseini Adiza is giving me an emoji. It's a love emoji. I don't know. I think it's to me. Definitely not you. Thank you very much, Adiza, for also watching. And then Michael Tetse Doku is also giving us a lot of beautiful emojis, and thank you very much, Michael.
I mean, I wanted to say this emoji is mine, but no, I don't want to sound big. No.
It actually comes from a guy, so it's not for you. Well, you are missing out. You are missing out. And thank you very much for everyone that is tuning and is watching. So before I go for my last words from Arafat, I still have one more airtime to give out. So if you are still watching, you are in luck. And this time around, this is Airtel Tigo. So if you are using Airtel Tigo, you are in luck. I have airtime to give out, and the numbers are 48584682201108. I repeat, this is Airtel Tigo. So if you're using Airtel or you're using Tigo, you can have this one, and the numbers are 4858462682201108. So if you get it, be a good person like Londona and do indicate it in the comment section that you got it. And so before I wrap up, what are your final words, Arafat?
Well, I'm thinking there are a lot of things running through my head right now that I would like to consider as my final words, but I'll just say to all young people out there, let's keep working hard for the future. I personally believe that the future holds great prospects for us, but there's a secret to the future. All the future demands from you and I is hard work. When we work on building and selling our brands at this time of our lives, it just means that the future it's not going to be like a bumpy road. It's going to be a smooth one for us to ride on. Because when you build your brand now, you build it to the future. And when you build it to the future, you get that publicity and recognition that you deserve. And anybody from that moment coming to you to work knows that they are coming to work with you based on charges. So you don't need to explain yourself at that point. You don't do explanations. I mean, when someone comes to you, hey Rahel, I need you on my show, so how do we arrange this? You're like, okay, what's your show about? Anyway, I'm not even going to, I don't have time, I have a meeting to catch, talk to my manager. I mean, at that level, you don't do unnecessary conversations again. You become a pro and a VIP. I mean, talk to my manager, and every information is channeled towards your management. So I believe that the future is now for us as young people. All we need to do is work towards it, starting from now.
Okay, so the future is now forever as young people, and I will try to get that so that I can credit you with the quotes sometimes. So if you joined us, this has been the Young Voices Forum, and I've been having the conversation with Arafat Abbas, another young person, and we've been talking about innovative ways one can hone his or her skills or her craft. Well, all too soon I am bringing the show to a close. I want to say a very big thank you to everyone that tuned in today, and for all the contributions, the questions and the comments. I am very grateful. Thank you very much, Arafat, for taking time to come and have this conversation with us. And also I want to say a big thank you to the technical team. I mean, without them this program won't be coming your way. And also a very big thank you to our supporters, Smavi, SGS, Gabby's Beauty Parlor, and the Ghana SRHR Alliance. My name is Ralenchi, and I was your host for today. So until same time next week, it's bye for now.